Okay, let me make sure I'm online. Okay, hello, I'm Alex from A.P.Ink. So today I'm going to be picking up where I'd left off before with this kind of concert series. So I want to try and incorporate all of the things associated with Dolly Parton, and one of those things is butterfly. So I've got this picture of her from some point at her theme park, Dollywood, where she's in front of a uh, butterfly made out of plants, flowers. And then there's this image of her with butterfly wings. It could be from a music video. I'm not really sure. I mean, aside from the guitar pick with the butterfly on it, which artistic liberty I tried to incorporate here, but to try and incorporate a butterfly somewhere else in this, I don't know. I could try to do like just like half a butterfly up here, but then I was kind of thinking, and I don't know how it's gonna come across, but to try to put butterfly cutouts here. But first, I want to check this and make sure my composition is accurate. So that is the same reference, just in case you happen to have been drawing along with me. So I was having problems with the guitar. Which I think the thickness of it is still a little off. This might be too small of a detail to actually add some kind of butterfly shape to like scale up the edges with a butterfly shape. I could try to just mock up a butterfly. So maybe 1 by 1 inch square to grid it out and try to keep myself at least semi-symmetrical. I was gonna grid it just a 1/2 inch because this is a 1 inch square, but maybe 1/4 inch tick marks would make more sense. I think this might... Oh, okay. Stay on one task at a time. So I had added the detail here on the guitar, whatever this is. So adjusting the shape, I need to redraw this. Trying to compare my shape to the reference. Does it look the same? See, it's kind of like a... I almost want to say like a jelly bean shape, where some of them are rounded on both ends, but some of them are kind of like flat on one end. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it looks more rounded here if it wasn't cut out. If this wasn't cut out, I think this would be full, like oval, except this side has been like flattened. Except, okay, it could just be my placement of this thing. I actually think my placement of this thing is off. Like, I think it needed to be longer. Did my camera freeze? Okay, the only way to fix it is to end the stream and come back, so I will be right back. Okay, let me see if I'm back online. Okay, picking up where I had just left off. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is actually long enough. Try to put that bar thing back. simple shapes. If you're struggling, work on simple shapes. Checking the placement, I want to see if this is straight. I think that looks okay. I gotta sneeze. It went away. But the distance between the bottom of this and the top of this bar thing is closer together, so I need to pull this down more. See, there is a curve to the bottom of it, but it's still kind of like flat, I think. Okay, I'm not gonna put the strings in because I'm still leaning towards redoing this in paper. But just to get like the basic shapes of the form in. The way her elbow is bent here is just so bizarre looking to me. Like, her elbow is here. It it's a lot to do with how the sleeve is kind of hanging off her skin or her arm, and how it's kind of like draped over the end of the guitar. Okay, let me go for that butterfly here, but I'm kind of thinking instead of going straight on to go at it at an angle. So that would be the body, obviously. Let me give you the same reference. So I think the body would be about here, and then the wings. I just thought if I did it sideways or at an angle like this, it would give me more room for the wings. Let's see if I can actually achieve symmetry here. It's nothing like the reference, as you can see. Absolutely nothing like it. Jumping over here, because why stay on topic? So when I drew the boot, I mocked in a star, but I didn't actually fill it in. But does it look like a butterfly? Jumping back over here. Maybe to incorporate a bigger butterfly here. Because, I mean, it's kind of a pretty shape, but it doesn't really come off as butterfly. Somebody's mowing the lawn, so if you can hear that, that's what it is. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. If I want to try the butterfly again, add a better butterfly shape here. If I want to try and fix the attempted guitar shape here, because this was meant to be a concert ticket. Which is here. Like I said last time, I'm sure the rectangular concert tickets are easier for mass production, but this is going to be a one-off special thing kind of thing. I mean, I could try to incorporate the butterfly shape here, but that seems... I don't think that's going to come off at all. Like, I could add some kind of butterfly shape to her auto... What was it called again? Auto harp. But the reference that I have, there's like a bedazzled, I think, paisley shape. I think that's what this is supposed to be. I'm not sure. So I feel like if I add any kind of pattern here, it should maybe be what she actually has. I mean, I've already taken artistic license with some of this. I don't know. I mean, I guess she also plays the banjo. I could try to incorporate that somewhere. And she actually has butterflies on the handle of it. I'm not sure. What I do know, though, is I think I want to tackle this. So, I thought what we could try to do... I've got tracing paper. I could do it here, but I think I want to try to keep this as, like, my master. So I'm going to switch to a B pencil. I'm gonna trace over this. It's almost like the pencil is broken, the way it's kind of flopping around. But I don't know if it's just me. Okay. To make sure I got it all without fully picking it up and having to line it up again. I think there's a little bit that I missed there. My guitar is off here. Make sure I got it all. Okay. So here, I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to get the master copy out of the way. And then here, just where the pencil is, using the darkest pencil I have, which is a B pencil, I'm going to make my own carbon paper, essentially. Now, if you don't have, you could essentially do this with any kind of dark. I mean, maybe a crayon would even work. Just that you're covering or like backing all of whatever you're trying to copy over. Now, I'm going to be doing this a couple of times, so I can always come back and scribble over it again. But I had folded it in half to begin with, just to stop graphite from getting everywhere. Shoot. my pencils are on the floor now. Okay. So I've got all kinds of paper. I've got construction paper, I've got scrapbook paper. So I'm thinking I might kind of pick a mix. So she's got a white shirt on. And maybe I could do like a kind of glitter paper for her shirt. I mean, some of the references that I have of her, her wearing jewels or like shiny looking fabrics or detailed costumes isn't completely out of the question. So there is like a kind of white kind of glitter paper in here somewhere. If I can actually, I'm not seeing that. See, the cover has this kind of pale gray glitter. Unless it's supposed to be this. But I think that's that. Yeah, this is paler. And I'm pretty sure the swatches on the cover are supposed to be representations of what's in here. I'm not seeing that color. I don't know. Not being able to find it, I guess we can use this one instead for the shirt. Okay, these are supposed to be kind of, fleur, I don't know, I want to say fleur de lis, but that's a specific pattern. I could use something out of here for the background, but I've got some with butterfly on it, and that makes more sense to use as the background. Like that one. I wanted to see if this one was the one on the cover, and it's not. Maybe that one. Plus it's got like the shiny bits on it. I mean, this one's busy, but this one's busier. And I think because if I use this as the background, I think some of this is going to get lost. But if I can figure, you can kind of see that butterfly. If I do it this way, there'll be that butterfly, and part of that butterfly. Plus that one there. So this might be the paper I use, but let's see what else there might be in this book. See, let's make camera up again. Apologies, I will be right back. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay. I'm gonna take those references away. I could use this one for her auto harp because of the pattern. If I end up doing all of these in paper, see, this one's kind of pretty too. Okay, I could spend the rest of this stream just looking at paper. But I think to try and kind of lock it down on what I think I'm going to do here. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is grab a frame for this. I'll trace it out and we'll have the base. I neglected to actually grab that though, so let me do that really quick. I will be right back. So on the back of the paper specifically, my camera is way too close to not accidentally hit it with this. I could blindly lay this out, but I want to kind of see where I might be laying this. Okay. I think I had decided this way. So it kind of almost looks like wallpaper in a way. Okay, so to refer back to the reference, the full reference and not the edited one. So I've got the paper for her white shirt. Let me this might be a problem because I don't know if I'm going to be able to draw on top of this paper before when I used this I drew on the back. You can almost see it because if I can even fit this on, if I draw it on the back, it'll be reversed. I guess we will find out. So I don't need the entire thing, I just need her shirt. Now I'm adding a line here because her hair will overlay. And I don't know if this is actually going to be able to come across, but to somehow figure for dimension. I mean, I suppose I could do her hair twice. The base layer, and then to come back in and like add this front section. If I do this truly layered, I actually need to fit more than just your shirt. Let's see. It does actually show up. If you can maybe make that out. Okay, I think I got it all. I'm expecting the pencil to rub off though. So let me try to cut this before it does. I can always cut more off, but it's a little bit harder to add to it. Laundry. Okay, so that would be her entire torso plus some of the guitar. So to glue the background onto the base, and then I'll have to, I need a full layer, and that full layer is probably going to be the skin. Which I don't know if pulling construction paper into this really makes a lot of sense. I mean, paper is paper, but the texture, consistency, I guess, is, I don't know, it's a little bit different than these papers. I mean, I could almost see using that paler glitter paper, but I couldn't find it for her skin. I could use this as for her skin. If I want to do this whole thing patterned, which it won't be 100% patterned, because, you know, we got glitter paper here. Got this kind of orange patterned paper. That might work as like a skin tone. Okay. Unfortunately, I have run out of time. I wasn't really anticipating this. I didn't really accomplish anything. I should have at least glued this down. I'll have to make that the first thing I do next time. If you'd like to join me for that, because I'm ending this one here, if you'd like to join me for next time, please make sure that you're following me and that turn your notifications on so that you're notified for the next time I go live. If you're watching afterwards on YouTube, please make sure that you're subscribed and that your notifications are turned on there so that you're notified for the next time I post a video. But other than that, I hope this is at least a little bit entertaining as I kind of stumble through this. But anyways, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.